Sustainability, so much more than just a buzzword. It is if not the prerequisite for the continued existence of our life on this beautiful planet. That's for sure, but it is also crucial for your ongoing success or even the survival of your business in the future. So I guess we all agree we have to become more sustainable. Billion-dollar question, where to start? What solutions are the right ones for my particular needs? What technologies really deliver what they promise? Luckily, I know somebody who knows all the answers, as he is an independent expert for energy and sustainability consulting. So I'm really glad he is here with us today. Norbert Ottmann, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, hello, Desiree. Glad to be here.
It is such an important topic that we dedicated an entire day here at our Krones Meet the Expert forum. So, Norbert, in a nutshell, why is it so important that we talk about it? And of course, not just talk, but act.
Yeah, as we all know, our Earth is heating up more and more, like we can see here on this global warming stripes diagram. As we can see, the Earth is heating up since the 80s, 50s until today, and especially the last 20 years. So we have consequences about that. Do we want lack of harvest? Do we want polar bears losing their habitat? Do we want horrible fires and additional CO2 emissions then? Do we want tremendous floods? So, do we want all the consequences?
Rather not.
And do we want then polluted air? Do we want crowded sun? Or do we want a nice future with nice landscapes, with integrated beverage production, integrated new renewable energies? I guess yes.
I guess that's a no-brainer question, right? Absolutely. So our common well-being is at risk, the future of our children and their children, but it also has direct and indirect economic consequences, of course. Also your ongoing success, as I said before, maybe even your business is at risk if we don't do the right steps now. So is that something that you address with your customers during your consultancy talks?
Yeah, of course, we address that. There is still ongoing trend towards renewable energies, and at the end normal standard supply of energy will become more expensive due to that fact. And of course we have also, due to some crisis, some volatile energy costs then, and this is also an economic effect of all that situation. And of course we want to reduce, together with our customer, the energy costs. We want to make his production more resilient.
Okay, so you look for challenges, try to tackle them, also look for opportunities and try to foster them, and best case even turn challenges into opportunities. That's the magic.
That's the magic.
Try to achieve.
That's right. And our consulting services goes along with the trends within our beverage industry, which means we are first looking together with our customer for a climate-friendly production, so to save CO2 emissions. We also look for reducing and saving resources like water with our treatment solutions, for example. And then at the end, for sure, digitalization is also a very big trend in our beverage industry, which helps us also to our sustainability consulting and to reduce CO2 emissions, OPEX costs.
So a really holistic approach.
That's a really holistic approach.
Okay,
yes.
So how can we picture this in practice? What does your consultancy entail?
First of all, as we can see in this slide, I want to talk first why our consulting is so important. So we have an initial situation in all our projects, and this situation means all our customers has different and unique products And so we need to take this in account. Sometimes we have brownfield, sometimes we have greenfield projects, and therefore we need different approaches for sure. Of course, every of our customers has different financial possibilities, different specific costs for energy, and also different targets for their sustainability. And last but not least, we have in every project different backgrounds. For example, different process parameters in the production, different environmental conditions. And so we need to take all this in account.
There is definitely a lot to take into account. I see that now, and I believe every journey is different. So off the rack or off the shelf solutions wouldn't help, or only like a little bit, but not get us where we have to go. So does that mean that you offer tailor-made solutions for each and every customer that then eventually fit like a glove?
That's right. Even before the normal quotation process.
Wow. Okay. Now I'm even more curious to find out, back to my initial question, how do you do that?
So let me show you our consulting approach.
All right.
We first prevent or avoid energy consumption and energy wasting. We then try to reduce energy consumption. We reuse and recycle energy like thermal energy. Then we go into a replacing of the conventional technologies by renewables, and at the end we try to generate the last part of the energy by using sustainable sources.
Sounds exciting. Do you have some examples for these features?
Yeah, for sure. For example, for the prevention, if we can make energy saving production schedule based on AI, for example, then we can save up to 15% of energy.
Wow.
Also, with the best equipment in class, we can save additional 5 or 10% by recycling, by heat recovery. We can save up to 50% for sure. And if we replace the general supply technology by renewables, it's also possible to save 20% more. And at the end, we can save more or less 5 up to 10% by using the most efficient equipment for standard energy supply.
Wow, impressive numbers, right? I see you counting already. Okay, probably you want to know what's in it for you. And you should know that, of course, after the presentation, I think we can still have a talk one-on-one to figure out what's in it for each and every one of you. But for now, and for everybody watching online, of course, who couldn't make it to Munich yet and should definitely come later today or tomorrow, do you have practical examples from your customers, or is that top secret?
No, for sure. I have one example with me. And over the last years, we had a project together with our customer in Bayreuth. So the Bayreuther Brauhaus is building at the moment a new factory there with the best equipment in class to save energy according to our holistic concept for sure. There we have implemented a warm filling concept. This is a very good thing to save energy by recovering cold from the brewhouse process. And we have also there implemented a low temperature brewery without steam. That means we supply the heat with 95 up to 98 degrees Celsius on the one level, and the second level is supplied by roughly 125, 140 degrees Celsius. We also have there a heat pump installed, recovering the waste heat from the chillers and the air compressors to supply this energy level of 95 degrees Celsius. And the rest of the heat is supplied by a biomass plant, let's say. And this plant is delivering 125 up to 140 degrees Celsius. And what is unique at this concept, that we do not have any peak load boiler there. We supply the peak load of heat demand by a storage tank. This is very unique, I would say. And by doing that with all these measures, we can save up to 30% of energy compared to the standard, which means we have a very good ROI there.
5 years, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing. And this is approximately 600 households with a saving of 3,000 tons per year of CO2.
Wow, that's like a little village almost. And that is a medium-sized brewery, right?
Right.
Only to say so. Wow, wow. Okay. Although I love Bavarian beer, do you also offer the service worldwide?
Yeah, for sure. Over the last years, we had more than 200 customers within our projects in more than 20 countries. And together with my colleagues, we are consulting independently, let's say. So we try to find out the best solution for the customer, whether it's a Krones equipment or other one.
Okay, I think that is very important to mention. Yeah, you really choose the best solution for your customers, and Krones, of course, trusts you to also, consult their customers accordingly. Amazing, Norbert. I'd say it's time for action. What do you think?
That's right. Let's talk about the way to net zero all together.
All right, then. Thank you so much. This was highly inspiring. Thank you for joining. And now he's all yours. So I'm pretty sure you have many, many questions. Let's go for it. Let's shape the future together. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for joining us. Thank you, Norbert.
Thank you.